Hey, remember to hit that subscribe button down below. You're also going to want to hit that bell so you know when we post new content first. Welcome to the Gazzlecast. I'm Chris.
I'm Heather. On this part of episode 52, we're going to show you some of our favorite Pops out of box.
The idea for our favorite out-of-box Pops came up when one of our friends showed us that this Captain America from Civil War had a removable shield. It was blowing our minds over here. You can attach the shield right there to Cap's arm. I would have never known that, being an in-box collector. And how awesome is it to have that little feature on a Funko Pop? You don't expect stuff like that, do you?
Nope, but it's awesome. So, we're going to be showing you our 3 favorites, and they're going to be in no particular order because I can't decide which ones I like the best.
Why can't you figure out which one you like the best?
Because they're all awesome. Equally.
Well, let's hope they agree. I'm going to start off with one of my favorite Pops. This Vulture is so awesome. It's the regular version of Vulture. I needed a box for my Proto Vulture, so I went out and bought this Vulture, and now this one actually sits in my son's bedroom. But he's so cool. If you look at him close enough, you can see all of the awesome articulation on his wings and his helmet and everything. He is awesome. As you can see here, he has a little plastic visor up here. He has the wings. There's a lot of articulation here. He has the clawed feet here. You can see the little belts right there. He has that jacket with the fur on it. And look at that. Isn't that so cool? That's such an awesome looking Pop in my opinion. And you would not know any of this unless you saw it out of box. So Heather, what do you think of this Vulture Pop?
I love him. The second we took him out of box, I fell in love.
Yeah, I think he's really cool. You don't know how much is involved in some of these Pops unless you take them out of the box.
Yeah.
And because we're in-box collectors, we don't often get to see this. But as of late, we've been taking a lot of photos and things. Mm-hmm. So with taking all the photos, we're able to kind of get a good look over some of our favorite Pops that we have.
Yeah.
And Pops that we've had for a long time and had no idea that there was something hidden on the back of the Pop.
So the first one I chose is one that I actually have 5 variations of. It's the same mold and everything, just different colors, and 2 out of the 5 are flocked. It is the FYE Frozen Krampus. I chose this one out of the 5 that I have just because I like his colors. He's sort of frozen. And when you take him out of box, you actually notice that there is a kid in the back, which most people do know even if they have him in the box, I think. But the coolest part about this particular one is the kid is actually frozen too, which is really cool. So there's a really close-up look of him. I love the tongue, I love the broomstick, I love the horns. He even has like little flakes of snow on his horns. He's really cool. And then here's the little kid in the back riding in his weird barrel backpack.
Look at that little hand sticking out.
Yep, he's like, help me! But Krampus is like, nope, I gotcha.
That's such a creepy addition to this particular Pop, in my opinion.
Isn't it? Well, I mean, that's what Krampus is, you know?
My next one is a crowd favorite character. He's a Star Wars character. I don't have many Star Wars left over, but I do have all my bounty hunters, and just based off that, I think you already know which one I'm talking about. And I think he is just so awesome. You know, this Pop, all the Star Wars Pops have stands, and this stand on this Pop is actually, this flames and smoke and everything coming out of his jetpack, which is awesome. Right out of the scene from Return of the Jedi. He is so cool. Of course, bobblehead up here and everything. But he is so awesome. It says Star Wars out front here. But you can see all the articulation going on there with the backpack and the flames. I love the translucent flame look on some of these Pops. They're so cool. But then he even has the little dent in the helmet up here. But this guy is really neat. I just think that like an action pose Funko Pop is cool. Because there are some Funko Pops, I don't know, like they don't really seem like a Funko Pop. Like, as an example, the guy from Destiny that we had, the Callus guy, he just doesn't seem like a Funko Pop to me. He almost seems like a desk weight or something.
Yeah, well, he's just like a fat blob.
Exactly. Yeah, right. But he's like all one hard piece.
Yeah.
This guy actually feels like a Pop because he has the bobblehead. I know they don't all have bobbleheads, but he has a bobblehead on him, and he still has like the regular like Funko Pop body. Where some are just like mold of like it almost looks like an action figure mold, with like a head, like a big, an oversized head on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but this guy is really cool. Do you like this one?
Yeah, I do, and I actually really love the stand on him because most of the Star Wars Pops just have the regular black stand, and this one has a unique stand, but it also still has like the
Yep.
regular black Star Wars
Right.
logo on it,
Right.
which I just think it's really neat that they threw that on there.
I think so too. And what's funny is that when you pull them out of the box, you can see some of the mess ups in the paint and stuff too, which I guess is a blessing and a curse to take it out of the box. Because I noticed over here you can see some paint, you know, kind of flung around a little bit,
Yeah.
but that's okay. I mean, not that big of a deal. But he's really cool. I like this guy. He's definitely one of my favorite Star Wars Pops.
Yeah, he's awesome. So my next one is Headless Herschel Green. Of course, you probably guessed that this would be in my favorites because this was one that I was searching for a very long time. I love the missing foot. I love his little ponytail in the back, even down to the suspenders. That's freaking awesome. But the best part is that his head actually comes off. He's attached by a magnet, and you can have it lying down or you can attach it back onto him.
I remember when we first started collecting Walking Dead, this was like our grail of the Walking Dead collection.
Oh, yeah.
This is the one that we wanted the most. And once you pull them out of the box, right away, you know that you have a really cool pop. Surtur's another one of mine. He is so cool. What an awesome looking pop. You can see like a skeleton in there. It's, you know, it's kind of painted on there. But he is fully translucent, similar to the fire that Boba Fett had below him as a stand. His whole body's that way. And he has the sword over here. I mean, he is so cool with that skull face on there, the big, the crown, the horns, which Thor calls eyebrows at one point in the movie. This guy is so awesome. I have not taken a photo of him and posted on Instagram yet, but I can see that he's going to be one that we do a photo of very, very soon. He is so awesome. This pop is definitely one of my favorites of the Thor Ragnarok line, for sure. I think he's way up there. But he's almost one of my top favorite Funko Pops that I have in the collection.
It is Akemi from Fantastic Beasts. I love it very, very much. The color is just gorgeous. It's metallic. It's big. It's one of the 6-inch pops, similar to the Basilisk. And the second that I got this pop from, was it SDCC last year?
I believe so, yeah.
I think so. I saw it and I was just like, wow, I am so happy that I ordered that. I believe it was prior to us seeing the movie. And I was like, should I order a Fantastic Beasts pop? But I'm so happy that I did.
Yeah, I think this is cool. Now, unfortunately for me, I love it. I think it looks great. In fact, it looks really good and it presents well. You can put it on your desk.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem by looking at this is that if it sat on your desk, say, somewhere at work, right?
Mm-hmm.
When people come in, they see, oh, Funko Pop 1, Funko Pop 2, Funko Pop 3, and then this is sitting there. This almost doesn't even look like a Funko Pop at all.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, which is interesting that they do creatures and things that are like this. Now, I love it. I'm glad they do it. It just doesn't look like a Funko Pop. You know what I mean?
But that to me is part of what makes it unique. Just like the Basilisk that's come out that we haven't gotten our hands on yet. But I'm really drawn to the obscure sort of molds.
Right.
Like, not just the normal people just standing there like that. Like,
Sure.
I absolutely love this. And by the way, if I ever did set this at my work, I'd have it on a rotating spinner. So it would just spin all the time.
Spin like this.
Because it's so awesome. Oh, yeah.
Like jewelry.
Oh, yeah.
This is awesome.
I mean, it even has, like, spikes on the back of it still.
Yeah, no, it has a lot going on with it. Things that, of course, again, you have to take it out of the box to see it. Now, going through our collection and trying to find our very favorite pops to show off to you guys that were out of box, there were a couple that we really, really liked and we still wanted to show off. It almost is like a kind of a runner-up. So here's my runner-up. This is the Tyrant from Resident Evil. One of my very favorite characters from any video game. Loved the video game when I was younger. He is so cool looking. This hand, this claw hand is so cool. I really hope that they make the G-Virus monster from Resident Evil 2. I'm hoping they do that because they're going to do re-release for Resident Evil 2. This guy is awesome. Of course, in the back you can see what appears to be a small buttocks. But this is really cool. I like the articulation and the different like kind of color and even texture to this arm than it is on the other side. This is smooth, and over here is like sort of rough. But you can see like these kind of like bone claws. The paint on those are really cool looking. I also have the Target variation that glows in the dark, but they're both pretty much exactly the same, other than the glow in the dark features on the Target one.
This is my choice for runner-up. As you know, I love the zombies and I love Walking Dead. So I chose Well Walker. It was a really memorable scene for me when they pulled this big bloated walker out of that well. And it was especially memorable when he split in half. And what's really cool is when he's in box, he actually displays a bit differently. He's not actually put together. He sort of sits in the box like this, but you can actually take him fully apart. And he has
That's
this
so cool.
really cool little like rope tail on him. And like he's painted, like you can see his intestines and his spine. It's really freaking awesome.
That is a really cool pop.
I really am in love with this pop.
Yeah, I mean, again, another situation where if you didn't take it out of the box, you wouldn't know. Because this whole time, before we took him out of the box tonight, I thought he was connected like this. Yeah. And I didn't think that he actually dismantled. And a lot of people out there might know that he dismantled, but I personally did not know that he dismantled like that. And that is so neat.
It is neat.
He's cool.
He is really cool. He's probably one of the absolute ugliest pops out there, but he's so cool. But, I mean, if you remember that episode, I mean, that zombie was, like, ugly.
I know. Well, I'm not saying anything bad or anything, but in the morning when you wake up, you look similar to this face, which is interesting.
Can I tell you something about this pop?
Yeah.
And you? If you say that one more time, you're gonna look similar to this.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this segment of the GassoCast where we showed you some of the out-of-box pops. It's a little different for us because we're so important to us to keep them in box.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope this inspires you guys to maybe take a couple of your pops out of the boxes and play around and see what they look like. Just be really, really careful when you are opening those boxes. If you are super anal about them, that you don't get any creases or dents in the little flaps, but...
Yeah, make sure you open them very slowly and make sure you don't have any rips or anything like that. We have done that a couple times and it is not fun at all. Guys, remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Comment down below and let us know what your favorite out-of-box pops are, or maybe pops you would love to see out-of-box in the future. Maybe we can help you out and show you that. Remember, our Instagram is @GassoCast. Always remember, we hunt together. We're out there helping each other, guys. It's a community. Let's be friendly and helpful to one another when we can. We will catch you next time.
Bye.
We hope that you enjoyed this episode of the GassoCast. If so, please hit that subscribe button and check out some of our other fun content.
We've left you some links to some of our other videos that we thought you might like.
We'll catch you next time.
Bye.